Hello and welcome to the online version of Literacy Foundations of Math. As you can see in the screen share, this shows level 6, but this course intro video is for both Literacy Foundations level 6 and level 5. So I teach both of the courses. They both run the exact same. So I'm going to give you a tour. The Literacy Foundations level 6 here. But the process works the exact same in both level 5 and level 6. And I teach them both. So I'm going to talk quite a bit about how the course works and why I created the course and things like that. And then hopefully I show you everything they need to know so that you're not stressed out about getting started. You know exactly what to do and you can move forward. At the very top is course rationale. And you can give that a read through, but I can just quickly talk about that. I designed these courses for a group of students who are in either one of two categories. So in category 1, the student is in high school, so grade 10, 11, 12, but they don't have the foundational math knowledge to be successful in Math 10 or Math 11. So they're missing some of the, the key tools in the tool belt. And so this course is designed to give you those tools to be successful in, Math 10, specifically workplace, and Math 11, also specifically workplace. And workplace Math 11 is the final goal for most students because that is the requirements for your Dogwood. If you're doing your 80 credit normal Dogwood, you require a Math 10 and a Math 11. And if you are doing the adult Dogwood, then you only require Math 11. And you can talk to a grad advisor about that more if you need additional information. So category 2 are students who are in middle school, so maybe grade 7, 8, 9, and you're already thinking, you know what, the workplace math stream is probably going to be where I'm going. And in that case, Math 7, 8, and 9 are preparing you for both, workplace Math 10 or foundations of pre-calculus Math 10. So specifically, Math 9 can be quite tricky for some students. And if Math 9 is not going to be, a viable option, then this Literacy Foundations course will be for you. I would kind of call it Workplace Math 9 and Workplace Math 8, the Literacy Foundations level 6 and level 5. And this is the online version. I also do teach a hybrid version that uses a textbook. So if you want information about that, you can contact me via Skype or email. Which brings me to my contact information. So at the top, here's my email. I really do strive to email you back by the end of the next business day. So I really want to give you quick feedback. If you have a question, if you've got a problem, if you're struggling, let me know so that I can get back to you. There is one mandatory Skype meeting at the very start of the course, and you can add me on Skype here. And here are my office hours for this upcoming school year. You can see Mondays and Tuesdays, I've got morning hours from 9 to 11. And on Thursday, Fridays, I have afternoon hours from 3 till 5. And when you go to the Skype meeting, I would love for you to bring, any parents that will be helping you through the course or siblings maybe, your tutor, or if you have an SE teacher, a TA. I would love to be able to communicate with everyone that's on your math team all at once. That's the best way for me to do this. My Skype hours are first come, first serve. There's no appointment they need to make. You just simply message me during my hours and I'll call you as soon as I can. Usually I have a queue, a lineup of students who want to chat. So if you could refrain from calling me and just message me, that'd be great. That way I can not get interrupted while I'm in another call. We also have math TAs who are going to be available via Skype help, and there's probably going to be an update. They're doing some exciting things with that. So if you need additional help and my Skype hours don't mesh with yours, you can access their help as well. So as you can see here, this is the introductory Skype meeting. I just marked this complete when we do meet for Skype. And by completing the introductory Skype meeting, it unlocks certain parts of your course that won't be unlocked until you do that. Next up is a formula sheet. So there's a different formula sheet for Literacy Foundations 5 and for level 6. And if you click on it, please print this off. And specifically for level 6, there's lots of different surface area formulas that you're going to need to know, and as well as Pythagoras. And you're going to want to have this accessible specifically when you're completing the measurement chapter. So print this off, have it with you. This is an online course, so you will be printing things off and you will be needing to submit them online in the form of a Microsoft Word document or as a PDF. And if this is your first online course, don't be scared, I can help you out. I've actually made some help videos for PDFs. So the number one that I have is how to use Cam Scanner. It's a great app that you can use on your phone that will take pictures and turn it into a PDF for you. So you don't actually need a scanner for this course, but you do need a printer. And you can even use someone else's printer if you need to. So once you scan your things, whether it's your notes or your assignment or your chapter challenge in, then you'll be able to submit it onto the course page. However, some students have really, really high-tech phones or a really, really high-tech scanner, and they take very high-resolution pictures. So sometimes you're going to try to submit your work, and it's not going to let you. It's going to say that it's too big. And so I've also made a video on how to compress a PDF. These videos are only like 2 minutes each, so give them a quick run through, just so that you can learn how to submit things onto the course page. Here is a let's get started section, and I'm not going to read through it because I'm actually going to just show you in person. So each chapter follows the exact same formula, and it's going to be lessons, assignment, and then a chapter challenge. So in this, you start off and there's 3 lessons that you can see. And then there's a note hand-in box, which we'll talk about. Then there's an assignment, and I've put it in a Microsoft Word document or a PDF. Hopefully, depending on your computer, maybe one is better than the other. Usually the PDF is the best option when you're printing things off, but it's up to you. And then once you've completed the assignment, which I'll talk about a little bit more, then you can do the chapter challenge. But you cannot do the chapter challenge until you've completed the assignment. The course does move in a linear way. You have to complete your lessons, then you have to complete your assignment, and then you have to complete your chapter challenge. So I'm going to take you for a quick guided tour on how to do your lessons. There are 3 things that I require. So I've actually just opened up this in 2 different tabs. I want to just quickly show you. If you click on lesson 1, it'll either take you directly, it'll take you into StudyForge, but it'll either directly load the video, but sometimes you have to add Flash. So if you need to, I just have to click on the button, and then when I do, you might have to take a look at Adobe Flash Player. It will be required to view all of our StudyForge videos. So once you're in StudyForge, this is where all of your learning takes place. This is where all the new content's going to be delivered to you in all these very nice videos. And the great thing about that is that you can, rewatch the video if you need to, whereas in a classroom you can't. So I mentioned there's 3 things that you have to complete when you're doing your lessons. Number 1 is your notes. So you need to print off your notes. Please click entire chapter when you log in. And when you go there, there's different options for you, depending on the way you like to view your things. If you really love drawing and you need extra space, you can choose these ones. If you are okay and you can write really small and you want to, save some trees, you can use Paper Saver, or you can just choose normal. But when you do open these, you're going to need to print these off, and you're going to be filling these out as you watch the videos. So completing this is the first thing that you have to do. And the fill in the blanks will be in the videos. So you'll see there's lots and lots and lots of them. So number 2, you have to watch your videos. I'm just going to turn the volume off. You have to watch all of them. And when you get to the end of a video, there's going to be the next video button. So please do not skip through the video like I just did. You're not allowed to do that. You got to watch them all. And then once you get to the next one, you hit the next video, and then it'll talk about, an introduction to rational numbers. And as you can see, there's another video in this lesson, and another one, and that's the last one. So there's 4 videos in this one, and you have to complete them all. The third thing that you have to complete is practice questions. So underneath this, you'll see there's notes, you see there's the videos, and then underneath that, there are practice questions. And there's 8 of them in lesson 1. And I require students to try 5 practice questions from each one. You can do more if you want. And if you have an IEP, we can talk about you potentially doing less. But 5 is usually right around the sweet spot where you can try multiple different kinds of questions and complete these. Now, you have 2 options when you complete these practice questions. You can do them online if you like working online with your computer, or you can print these off. Actually, I guess you could also just scribe them out. If you wanted to just pull out a piece of paper, write down your question, and you want to work on pencil and scan this in, that's okay. I just need to see that you're completing the practice questions. So if you do them online, it automatically notifies me. I can see that you did them. If you print them out, make sure that you scan them in so that I can see them. And if you do them on a piece of paper, make sure that you scan them in so that I can see them. If you do decide to do them online, I'm just going to quickly show you what it looks like. I'll go to one that I haven't attempted yet. I'll do this one. So it says convert to a fully reduced fraction, and it shows you a number. So what you can do if you're doing online is you can actually use this right-hand side to complete this. Now, if we want to turn this into a fraction, we'd have to go 875 over 1,000, because that's what this is as a fraction. And then you'd have to reduce this into simplest form. The other option is you can just type this out, 0.875, and that goes in 875, oops, 1,000. Anything that you show here, I'll be able to see. And then you might get the question right, and you might get the question wrong. So far, I haven't reduced it. So maybe you're working on your practice question, and you're like, oh, I don't really know what it is. Reduced, what you can do is you can just show the answer, and then it shows 7/8. Well, I didn't simplify it down to simplest form, so I got the question wrong. But if you are doing these practice questions, these are not for grades. So let me explain. I want to see that you've completed 5 practice questions, but you don't have to get 5 of them all correct. You could, in fact, get them all wrong and still get 100%. I just want to see that you're attempting them, practicing them, working through them. And if you have made a mistake, then you can actually learn from your mistake. So if I click on the solution, it's going to show me the steps. Oh, I did step 1 right. I got 875 over 1,000. But then, I didn't simplify it. You could probably divide the top and the bottom by 25. And then, and then you can divide it, you can simplify it even further, all the way down to its fully reduced form of 7/8. So then you can, learn from your mistakes, and you can move forward. So that's how practice questions work. And I really do want to just emphasize that you need to either choose the green, the red, or the question mark on your practice question, just to let me know that you did them. If you showed all this work, but you didn't press these buttons, it doesn't notify me. So please make sure that you click one of those 3 options. Okay, I've been talking for a little bit about lessons. Let's go back to the course page. So once you have completed the 3 lessons, you've done all the notes, you've watched all the videos, and you've completed 5 practice questions from each one. That's a total of 15 practice questions. Then you get to scan it all in to one document into the StudyForge, or the Rational Numbers StudyForge Notes hand-in box. So I'm going to click on that. You're going to see that there's actually a grade associated with the different things. So by completing the note package, you get 4 marks. By doing the practice questions, you get 3 marks. And by watching more than 75% of your videos, I want to see that you're watching as much as possible, then you also get 3 marks. So it's a total out of 10, and that's where you are graded. So if you skip through just to the end, you're going to lose 3 marks in your videos, and so on and so forth. So that is how the note packages are graded. And then you can add your submission here at the bottom. And what I want to be, I want to tell you is that when you submit something into the course page, it gets us notified, and then we will mark it and we will submit feedback. So once you are done and you've submitted this, you should receive notification that we've marked it and we've added a comment in. So if I go back to the course page, what you're going to do after you've submitted this is you can go back and access the hand-in box again to see what your feedback was. So you put your note package in, we'll mark it. I'll probably say, great job, you got 100%. Then you can see, okay, yeah. And if you didn't get 100%, I'll tell you why. Maybe you're missing some practice questions or something else. What happens next is the assignment, and the assignments are pass or fail until you pass. So these are designed just to gauge whether or not you're ready for the chapter challenge. I'm going to open up an assignment so that you can see what it looks like. They look the same in Literacy Foundations Level 5 and in Level 6. So if I open up the assignment, you're going to see number 1 at the top is your achievement goal. And this is really important. What are you aiming to get in the course? If you're going to try to get an A+, we're wanting to see that you're pretty much getting everything right. But if you're only trying to, pass and get a C, we're going to mark you very differently because we know that you're only trying to get, the majority of your questions right. And it's important for us to know how to mark your work. Please put your name and your date on it as well so that we know whose it is. And as you go through, you can complete these questions. Oftentimes there's like a mixture of, short answer, as well as if you scroll, all of them doesn't actually have any really long answer questions, but they'll often also have a long answer question at the bottom. And you'll see that mirrored in the chapter challenge, which is next. So this is an important thing to check for feedback as well. So if I go back to the course page, you're going to submit it here into the hand-in box. And once you've made a submission, you're going to get a comment. I believe that's where it will be. This is weird. I'm looking at it from the student point of view, not my teacher point of view. But if you mark your assignment, we're going to leave you feedback on how you did, and it's going to be fully graded in the hand-in box. So I want you to be sure that you can actually look and see that that you have your assignment marked. And if you do get a 0 out of 1, that means you have to resubmit your assignment a second time, maybe make some corrections. We're always going to add some hints and some comments to let you know how to improve to move forward. So that's also important to note that when you don't get 1 out of 1 on your first attempt, we're going to help you get 1 out of 1 on your second attempt. Last, once you've completed your assignment, woohoo! You've basically completed all of the learning for this chapter, and now you're ready for the chapter challenge. As you can see right now, this is restricted, and you will not be able to access it until you've completed your assignment, which is handing in your assignment here. And then once you have completed your chapter challenge, it's again just a hand-in box that's located there. I want to show you the template for a chapter challenge. So at the very end of the chapter, you're going to go here. You're definitely allowed to use your scientific calculator and your formula sheet, but I don't want you using the internet or getting outside help from people. And you can totally have this supervised by someone as you complete it. It's designed to be roughly 1 to 2 hours, but you can take as long as you need. So there's absolutely no time limit. And be sure to show all of your work. Sometimes you might get the question, the final answer wrong, but you've shown some of the correct steps. And that's really important for me to see because I can give you part marks if you do that. Every single chapter challenge is going to have multiple choice questions, quick questions, which are more shorter answer, just basically short answer questions, and then word problems. So there's going to be a differing amounts. Sometimes a chapter will have maybe some more word problems because that's what it focuses on, whereas some sections might have more quick questions, multiple choice. So this is the way it looks like. And I just wanted to put a plug in here for any student who has an IEP. So if you have an IEP, can you please check the yes box? And if you have adaptations for the course, please let me know. If you are not sure, you can have your parent, guardian, or SE teacher help you with this, but it's just going to help me as the teacher do an accurate assessment of where you're at. So that is all for basically how the entire course works. I know I've taken a good amount of your time, but I really wanted to make sure that you have a smooth start to the course. And if you have any questions, if you've watched this and you're like, oh no, I've got questions about this, just let me know. Send me a quick email. I want to be able to help you. And communication is really important. I'm not going to know if you're stuck unless you tell me. So, don't spend 3 hours on the same question. After 1 hour, give it a break, send me an email, ask for some help. I'll help you, and we'll go from there. I also want to make sure that if there's a practice question that you're working on, and maybe the answer key is actually even wrong, and you're like working on it and you're trying to figure out, and you've asked some people, contact me in that situation too. I have found practice questions with an incorrect answer key. It is fairly rare, but if you're working on something and you're just so stuck, again, just let me know. I will be your guide along this way, and I really hope that I can help you find success in this course, and I hope that I can move you on to Workplace Math 10 and then Workplace Math 11 and then graduate. That's always my goal. So best of luck in the course and have a great day.